As I'm sure most of you know, just a couple of days ago, Hoyo gave us the trailer for Natlan. It was super hype, it was super beautiful, but most importantly, it gave us our first look at 10 Natlan characters, probably the main cast of the Archon quest. We had already seen 3 of these characters before, but now we have a pretty full roster of Natlan characters, and I thought, what a great time to rank them all. This is both just to see which ones I like more, to sort out my thoughts, and also act as a sort of loose polling plan for the next year or so. Obviously we will get more and more characters as the nation goes on, but for now, let's rank the characters that we do have. The very first character is Mualani. To me, I'm definitely not super interested in her at the moment, but I can definitely see her being a super fun personality in the Archon quests and making me like her a lot more. But for now, based off appearances alone and what we saw from her in the trailer, I think I'm gonna put her in C. Next is Kachina. I do just want to say, I looked up how to say most of these names before recording this video. If I'm still mispronouncing them, please let me know, because I do not want to do that moving forward. Unfortunately for Kachina, she has the chibi character model, and I just never really like that model on anything. I think the head's way too big, it looks kind of scary, so she's gonna go in D. Sorry, Kachina. Next is Kanich, or as some people are calling him, Dendro Shao, or Shao's long-lost brother, or just a bunch of weird combinations of existing Genshin characters. It's very funny what the discourse is about him. One of the first comments I heard someone say about this character was that they remind him of a Minecraft creeper, and I mean that in the most endearing way. That makes me like him so much more. No, I think he's fun. He seems like a pretty typical Genshin personality, where he's like the cool guy, the cool boy, where he's gonna sort of come in for the rescue right at the last minute, but I don't know. I really like characters with black hair in general, and this guy's like right up my alley, so he's going in A. Next is Citlali. I'm seeing so much of her being compared to March 7th from Honkai Star Rail, also Alicia from Honkai. It seems that the pink-haired, blue-eyed cryo ladies are not uncommon in Hoyo games, and I think that's hilarious. The first time I saw her in the trailer, I did not think too much of her, and then I kept seeing her get posted around, and I rewatched the trailer a couple times, and actually, I kind of love her design. She's really pretty, her color scheme is gorgeous, so I'm definitely interested to see how she turns out in the story, because I could be convinced, for sure. Okay, our 5th character is Shilonen. Oh my god. This character genuinely shocked me when I watched the trailer for the first time. For a second I was like, what game am I in? This does not look like a Genshin character in the best way possible. She's honestly so pretty, and her colors are so nice, and she just looks fucking so cool, dude. She's going in S tier for sure. We do know for a fact that she is Geo, so I'm just really hoping, Hoyo, please, we've been begging for some really good Geo characters. We want characters that are going to change the game for Geo, crystallize supports, crystallize Nilus, characters that are just going to like remix what Geo can do, make them super applicable to other teams. And I'm really, really hoping Shilonen is that character, because if she's just really good for Geo, or just really good in general, hopefully, she is such a must-pull for me. I think she's so cool looking. I did not plan this, but currently we have 1 character in each tier, which is hilarious. And there are 5 characters left. I wonder if it's going to be even in the end. I don't think it is, but it would be funny if it was. But for now, our next character is Yansen. I do just want to say, I could not find a super definitive pronunciation guide for her. I do speak Spanish, so I'm just kind of going off of what I think it would sound like, but once again, correct me if I'm wrong. Yansen is our poster girl for Natlan, in theory. She was in the Travail trailer, and it's really hit or miss what that means for characters that are in that trailer, but ostensibly she was really the only character from Natlan that we knew about, and certainly the only character we knew what they would look like for a really long time. I am really happy that Genshin did keep her darker skin tone, even if she is the only one of these 10 characters that has a relatively dark skin tone, which is pretty disappointing, but I'm glad they at least kept Yansen's. I am pretty disappointed that she was only in the trailer for like half a second though. I was really hoping she would have a bigger role, or maybe they're just kind of keeping it quiet because she's going to have a really significant role going forward. I don't know. I said that I don't really like the chibi model types, and that's true, but her being the poster girl for the nation, again, theoretically, bumps her up for me for sure. And the level of mystery we have about her only appearing for a very short amount of time in the trailer, that too makes me very excited for her. So we're gonna put her in B. Okay, the next character is Chaska. This character might have the most gorgeous hair color in the entire game. The combination of like that deep red and the purple is so nice. In general, I am definitely super confused about what she is and what she's doing in Natlan. It seems that she has a cowboy design, which is really interesting. Obviously, cowboys were a thing in the Wild Wild West sort of era, and a lot of that time did have a lot of relations with northern Mexico, so that could be the angle they're going with this character. I think it would be interesting to explore that. But for now, what I do know is that the cowboy aesthetic and the absolutely gorgeous hair design and the fact that she has pointy ears like Klee and Nahida makes me super excited for her. I'm really curious to see what her role in the story is going to be. Our third to last character is Auroran. When I looked up a pronunciation guide for this guy, I got a lot for Oloran with an L, but in Genshin it's spelled with an R. I'm not sure why. I think he is named after Oloran, who is an African god, so I'm not entirely sure why the name has been changed to have the R. There are characters here who don't have, names that are one-to-one with their mythological counterparts, like I believe Jensen has been changed, but it is interesting. I will say, something about this dude being named after an African god and being paper white really does not appeal to me. I just think it's just kind of inexcusable at this point. It's inexcusable with a lot of the cast, but this guy is like a particularly egregious example of this. Not to mention, honestly, I don't even really like his design. Obviously, his little image is the lowest quality that we have gotten of all the characters, so maybe that's to be expected because you just can't tell as well with him as you can with other characters, but for now I'm pretty meh on him. I am definitely curious to find out what he's doing standing next to Capitano in the trailer though. That will definitely be interesting. Next, speaking of which, is Capitano. Wait, sorry, I misspoke. I meant to say Capitano. S tier. Ever since Winter Night's Lazo, Capitano has been my most anticipated Harbinger, so to finally know that he's coming in game, that we're going to see him, that we're going to, find out what his deal is so exciting to me. It is so exciting, and I don't care if he doesn't come out during the Natlan cycle. I don't care if I have to wait another 2 years for him. If he becomes a playable character, which I really do think he will be, he's mine. Done. No questions. He's mine. And please, 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 Hoyo, keep his helmet on. I do not want him to take that helmet off. I want him to continue to be this anonymous, void-faced entity with this, awesome armor. And while you're at it, Hoyo, go ahead and give him a new model so he's, giant and buff, like he looks in all of the trailers and stuff. I want that so bad. Man, I hope he's playable soon. Now, while there hasn't been any official confirmation that Mavuika is our Pyro Archon, I think it is pretty fair to assume that she will be, given sort of the attention that she was given during the trailer, and the fact that she really seems to be the only Pyro character we've seen so far. Unless they're just not showing the Archon, then I don't know, dude. But I'm going off of the assumption that she is the Archon. And again, yes, this is definitely another character that, her very light skin tone was definitely a disappointment. Trying to ignore that as best as I can, I have to admit, she's really cool, dude. Leather bike suit is definitely not what I was expecting for the Archon of Natlan. And I'm just hoping that they pull it off well, because from a purely aesthetic point of view, it rips so hard. She is so awesome, and I really do think that when she comes out, she is going to win #1 best hair in the game. She's going to beat Kaveh for that title, because that hair is luxurious, dude. It looks awesome. And that is all 10 Natlan characters that we have seen so far, ranked in a tier list. This is roughly my pull order too, I would say. If I had to adjust them within the tiers themselves, it would probably look something like this. Yeah, I think, well, maybe that. Well, I don't know. These two are pretty much even. It would look something like this. Actually, I don't know if it would look like this. I don't know how much more excited for Chaska I am than for Jensen. Maybe I'll just put Jensen here. That seems more fitting to me. Please go ahead and let me know how this differs from your opinions. I also recently, or I think currently maybe, am running a bracket to find out what your guys' favorite Natlan character is on the community tab of my YouTube channel. So go ahead and jump in there and contribute to those polls so that you can have your voice heard when we decide who is the #1 character from this trailer. Other than that, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and a comment, and even subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. But that is going to be it for now. Hang in there, guys. There is only one more patch until we can finally get to Natlan. With that said, I will see all of y'all next time. Later!